Hi again, YouTubers. I'm sorry if I or should I continue to spread more negativity or bad news in this video. Nevertheless, in this video, I just like to talk about things that are going on in my life currently, and what's been going on on my mind, inside my my brain, inside my consciousness, to be more precise. Well, in fact, I went back to my or I should say, I paid another visit to my grandma's residence to ask her to help with my laundry affairs, and I also I also saw my my fourth cousin, my youngest first cousin, whom I kind of regard as one of my brothers from another mother. Yes, he's intelligent, he's smart, he knows how to deal with things and people a lot more efficiently and a lot more flexibly, with plenty, with a high degree of agility and finesse than I tend to do. So yes, as for his abilities in such, in people skills, survival skills, etc., I have much respect for his abilities. Yes, and to a large extent, yes, I do trust him. Since he's a Marine soldier, and yes, apparently he's risen in ranks, maybe to some sort of sergeant or thing, or lieutenant, sergeant or anything, and yes, he is I suppose he is scheduled to get married in several years after he gets the approval from his superior officers or something like that. I'm not sure, because I have zero experience with military affairs, except from what I learned by playing video games like Mass Effect, and StarCraft, things like that, shit like that, and some other experiences I've had about, or knowledge about, how military, how army, how things like that works, probably from the drama series Prison Break so far. Yes, so I currently, yes, as you can see, oops, what's going on again? Jesus. So as you can see, currently I am still in bad shape, both mentally and physically speaking. I just hope that I could end my misery, my homelessness slash exile as quickly as it can be. In fact, to some extent, I created this state of homelessness and or slash exile on my own. I owe my current state of homelessness slash exile owes a lot to my past sins, to my past misdeeds, in particular sexual immorality, in particular lasting after plenty of female human individuals online and imaginary female human individuals, aka women, to be more precise. I was, before I filmed this video, I was still kind of, hesitating, whether I should, send my aunt a message asking if she could accompany me to the hospital when I seek medical attention for in order to find ways to treat my current mental health conditions and some other affairs that to clear out some suspicions I have about my physical health, such as I suspect I kind of I might have got some STDs, such as herpes, maybe even something more serious like a syphilis, or based on my own observation of my own body. In fact, I have found some ulcers on my arm, actually on both of my arm, but they don't look quite apparent at the moment, but I fear they may begin to turn to metamorphosize into something more terrifying, something more severe, or anything. For that, I am so sorry, and I beg your pardon if I haven't been. Just in case just in case something terribly wrong happens to me again, or a series of tragic events happen to me again. Should those tragic events happen to me, I might not be able to make YouTube vids as often as my current pace of making YouTube videos on YouTube, and I certainly don't have even a trace amount of strength and courage to cold call anyone to showcase how much I can articulate, or how well I can articulate my ideas in English, my arguments, to convince people to serve my own needs by making cold calls and record them and post some fragments of those cold call vids on YouTube or anything like that. For that, I beg your pardon. And based on my current circumstance. I might just, I perceive a high, moderately high likelihood that I may lose my command of English language or any other language that I currently have on my mind, inside my consciousness. That's why I've been trying my best to cope with it, to adapt to it, to at least try to coexist with my current mental issues despite their severity, as I suppose. Later, after I film this video, I might need to ring my grandma back to explain why I wasn't able to answer to her phone call. Approximately, in the morning. Since I didn't actually promise to have lunch with my little brother today. Though I did say to him that I would possibly have lunch with you, should I manage to get up at an appropriate time today. But it turned out that I failed to do so. Of course, due to a series of problems that I have been suffering from ever since I got to know, pornography, fapping, some other shit, etc. This video isn't that productive, I know. So I'm sorry if this video does not bring you any joy or any comfort, in case you are also experiencing or suffering similar conditions like I do, and I'm sorry. Regardless, thank you again nevertheless for watching and listening. I'll try to seek more help as best as I know how. And cheers. Thanks again. Bye bye.